And every week we talk recruiting. Of course, IBEW 640. Make sure that you check them out for all the information. They are always recruiting as well. We appreciate IBEW 640. Jordan Ham knows all, tells all. All right, before we get into this list, you went down to Tucson and you checked out South Point, played Cienega. This was last week. South Point's one of those that we see on film, but you were there, eyeballs on them. How loaded are they?
They have a lot of talent, and always the interesting thing with them is their front seven is always so good that they can just gang tackle the heck out of people. And that was very much the case. And, on a recruiting front, obviously you have Tracy Bourget, who's been the starting quarterback over there for a long time. Very talented. I feel like his offer list should be much longer than what it is. He can do a little bit of everything, very cerebral. You can watch him kind of make the progressions throughout each play, made some really big throws, especially when it counted most. So great to see him. He actually went up to BYU. His brother, or two of his brothers, play on ASU, but he was actually visiting BYU at the time. So I'm sure a very eventful weekend for him. And then up front, Luis Cordova, offensive lineman. This sounds like he's going to be one of the next big offensive linemen out of Sound Point. We remember Bruno Fina, we remember Jonah Miller, Mateo Mele, whose younger brother is currently on South Point. They produce offensive linemen. Luis is already getting some big time looks from U of A, among others. And then Elijah Rushing. This is a guy that is class of 2024, and he has already been invited to the 2024 All-American Bowl. That's how highly the national scene thinks of him, and he certainly delivered. You can see he's so long, so tall, and made plays, and you just think 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, when he starts really putting on that muscle, think back to Lathan Ransom, Bijan Robinson as freshmen and sophomores, pretty talented, but kind of skinny. And then all of a sudden they really were able to develop and just started punishing guys. I have a feeling that's going to be the same thing for Rushing as well as Cordova. So a ton of talent down there at South Point Catholic.
On the commitment end, over at Casteel High School, you have Conor Clinton, who's done a very good job over there quietly. He makes a commitment.
Yeah, he commits to Army, and you see again, Army coming in. They've gotten some really good players here from the state the past couple of years. When you think back to Cam Nash, they got a couple guys from Notre Dame a couple years ago that I really like on the defensive end. And they're really targeting some guys here in this class as well. Jack Stam, Booby Santiago over at Horizon, among many, many others. But with Clinton, he feels like a guy that's been at Casteel for 6 years now. He has been on the field early, been on the field often, can play that safety position, can go up, make some big tackles in the run game as well. So he is a very versatile player that I think is a really good pickup there for Army.
Before I get you out of here, anything else on your mind that you caught this week?
Yeah, a couple big offers, a pretty cool experience for Miles Lineman this week. A wide receiver over at Pinnacle already has a U of A offer. He goes out and sees his brother Marcus play for the first time at Columbia, and he walks away with an offer from Columbia. And both of these wide receivers in this family, very talented, crisp route running, great hands. Miles a little bit bigger than Marcus, so you can already see some of the progression that he's made. So definitely a guy to keep an eye on in the Pioneer program. And then Caleb Lomu, the Highland offensive lineman, went down to U of A to check out the game on Saturday, walked away with an offer. And you're starting to see this more and more. We saw Ammon Allen, who played for Highland, was a preferred walk-on at U of A. Already seems like he's finding the field. So this is a program that I think they know pretty well. Caleb comes down, adds his first Power 5 offer. And then Angel Flores and Tracy Bourget, as I mentioned, both of those quarterbacks pick up offers from Portland State this week.
That is Jordan Ham. He knows all, he tells all every week. Presented by IBEW 640. We appreciate their support.